My fellow hunters, if you are looking for a weapon that has it all, you might want to try the longsword, one of the most beloved and flexible weapons in Monster Hunter now. The longsword is a sleek blade that can slash through any monster's flesh with grace, but there's more to the longsword than meets the eye. The Spirit Gauge. The Spirit Gauge is a special meter that fills up as you hit your enemy. When it's full, you can perform beautiful and powerful Spirit Blade attacks that deal more damage and increase your attack power. The Spirit Blade attacks can also connect into a Spirit Round Slash, a massive move that raises your Spirit Gauge level and changes the color of your blade. The higher the level, the stronger your attacks become.
And all you simply have to do is tap the screen repeatedly. I would suggest to perform this when you best have an opening. Next up, we're going to talk about how to perform a perfect dodge. A perfect dodge allows you to avoid taking damage from an enemy attack by timing your dodge at the last moment. You can either swipe left or right or backwards to dodge in different directions. This is another method to effectively increase your spirit gauge aside from performing basic attacks. A perfect dodge also lets you counterattack immediately after dodging by tapping the attack button. This can help you maintain your combo and deal more damage to the monster. Next up, we're going to talk about the powerful Lie Slash. This allows you to unleash a powerful slash after a brief sheath. The Lie Slash can be used to avoid taking damage from an enemy attack by timing your slash at the last moment. So very similar to dodging, but instead of swiping left or right, you're going to sheath your weapon and then at the last moment, you're going to release it. And if you time it perfectly, you will also be doing additional damage at the end of the movement. So with what we know so far, now let's get into a little scrap with the Barra. So I'm able to perform a perfect Lie Slash with a perfect dodge. And just like the 1962 Final Samurai Showdown with Sanjuro, I time my Lie Slash. As it charges me, I let go. Kachoosh. That was so awesome. I love looking at that. So here the Barra lets me wail on his booty for whatever reason. Now I'm going to be performing a Spirit Helm attack at the end of this fight. We haven't gotten over it yet, and we will be going over it here in a few. So there it is. Boom, and all done. That's awesome. The longsword is super cinematic. It's fun to use, and it definitely makes you feel accomplished and like a seasoned fighter once you start to master the movements. But anyway, moving on to the next topic. One more thing before we move on. In case you didn't catch it, using these moves will be using your spirit gauge, okay? So just keep that in mind, everyone.
So on this next section, I wanted to build on the Lie Spirit Slash. So as you can see in the footage, once you have your spirit gauge to 75 to 100%, if you continue tapping on the screen, you're going to perform what's called a Helm Breaker. And the Helm Breaker is very similar to the Spirit Helm Breaker, which is your ultimate for the longsword. But the big difference is with the Helm Breaker, you're still very vulnerable as you're performing the animation of the movement. The good thing is that if you perform a Lie Spirit Slash perfectly timed, like the footage before where you dodge it perfectly, you do negate all the damage while you're passing through, and then you can still perform the Helm Breaker move. Although, again, you're still vulnerable to that, so just be careful, and timing is going to be everything with this one.
Alright everyone, before we get to the final topic, please leave a like on this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on how I did, let me know how your experience with the longsword's been, share this video, and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate the support. Moving on to the final topic, and that's going to be the Spirit Helm Breaker. This move is the ultimate move for the longsword. This one's going to come in clutch when you absolutely need it, when you absolutely need to finish a monster before the timer runs out. It's the most cinematic way, and it's the most awe-inspiring thing to look at in the game so far, in my opinion. Now, in order to perform this beauty, you're going to want to make sure that the ultimate button is maxed out, and that's right above the HP bar. And to get the most bang for your buck is to make sure you have your spirit gauge maxed out as well while performing this move set. But that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching with me, your boy, Jurassic Puppy. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.